Hey guys, how's everyone doing? This is Nick from ForexForNoobs.com with the daily analysis. Today is Thursday, the 14th of May, 2020. Time is 1 p.m. here in the UK. You're looking at a EURAUD daily chart. In today's analysis, we're going to be looking for price action setups across all of these pairs to the right here. Can you guys hear me? I'm not getting any movement on my mic capture. The little bar that goes boom, boom, boom isn't doing the boom, boom, boom thing. So I don't know if you can hear me. Loud and clear? All right, cool. Thank you, guys. Don't know what was going on there, but whatever. As long as you guys can hear me, that's all that matters. So yeah, let's get into the analysis, guys. First of all, EURAUD, the open position on EURAUD, my advice would be to just hold on to it. Obviously follow your trading plan as always. Don't just listen to what I say, but holding on to it just makes complete sense. At least until tomorrow afternoon. It's going slow. No doubt about it. Going very slow, but it's going. It's going to its target. So, yeah. Hold on to that. GBPJPY, this is another trade. This one's obviously ended up turning around. And depending on your entry on this one, it's probably hit your stop or you've closed it out before it's hit your stop, or, you know, whatever has happened. But obviously this one's no longer open. GBPUSD, we were waiting for basically price to hit this support area and stall out. It's hit the support area. It could be stalling out. It might not be stalling out. It's worth just keeping an eye on still, looking for some indecision here. There's definitely potential for a long trade here, but it's probably not going to be until Monday. It's been quite a boring week, guys. Hasn't really been a whole lot happening this week. Nothing much going on anymore on AUD New Zealand. So just to summarize, with GBPUSD, I'm still looking for a potential long from the support area. I know it doesn't look great right now for a long, but it, this candle could easily turn into an indecision candle. So I just want to see what happens with this candle. It could turn into indecision. It could turn into a reversal, or it might not. Just wait and see what happens. EURGBP closed with an, I wouldn't say a little indecision candle, but an indecision candle on resistance. Problem with this is it's just not, where am I? Where are my favorite tools gone? Am I being blind, or are they? The floating toolbar that has all my tools isn't here. That's weird. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so they've moved it and now it's in here. It's no longer a floating bar. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Okay, this isn't too bad. I did like it as a floating bar, but it kind of like filters everything out and shows you only your favorites, which I guess is nice. Please tell me it survives a reload. Oh, it does. Okay. I guess that's okay. I guess. Is there a setting for it though? It wouldn't be in symbols, it'd be in appearance. And you can't undock it because there's no control for that. Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, sorry guys. I couldn't find it, so they must have updated it today. Remove the cross and it's up there. Right, so where were we? Sorry about that. Wasted like, what, 4 minutes on that? So the way this has ended up is that we've got this huge indecision candle, which is just not really practical for a short trade. So best case scenario here would be that it continues to stall out until Monday, and then there'll be a short opportunity on Monday. But yeah, I won't be trading this today. I'll be waiting on that one. Let's look for some other setups. There's an AUD/JPY trade that I completely missed. I didn't have my support resistance area set right. Now, some of you guys are in this one. Obviously, I'm not in this one because I missed it. But it was shared to the forum and some of you are in it. So I'll just throw it up here. These aren't the exact numbers, obviously, because it just depends on your entry and everything like that. But this is roughly what the trade looks like. Something like this. Probably a slightly wider target than I've got here, but something like that. So it looks like an okay setup, but yeah, I'm not in that one. Speaking of support resistance areas that need some adjustment, I need to get some better support resistance areas for AUD/USD. Pretty tight on AUD/USD right now. Right, so let's look for some new setups. I'm going to delete all my support resistance areas and redo them. I think they just need a complete refresh. GBPJPY is somewhat interesting. It's stalling out on support right now. If it continues to stall out, there could be a potential long here. I don't hate having this bar here. It's actually kind of cool. I think it might be better than the floating bar. Yeah, so there's definitely a potential long here on GBPJPY. Let's keep an eye on that, guys. Keeping an eye on New Zealand JPY for when it pushes down to this support area. It's kind of closing in on it right now, but it's not quite there yet. What I want to see is I want to see price push into this support area for a potential long from this area. So that's worth keeping an eye on. New Zealand USD, very similar scenario, except this one's a bit of a weird one, but it's in a range clearly between this minor support area and this upper area here, which is quite a bit stronger. So I might be willing to take a long from this minor support area, just depending on what kind of setup I see forming there. So yeah, I'll see how that goes. But obviously, it's probably not going to happen until Monday, guys. Let's be realistic. It's Thursday afternoon now. By the time we get any indecision forming there, it's going to be Friday afternoon. So yeah, that's just not going to happen. USDCAD, I want to see what happens when price hits this resistance area. So basically just looking to trade this range that it's currently in. A short from the top here, from this resistance area. Seems like a good potential. But again, this is probably not going to happen until Monday. So all of this stuff I'm sharing, or most of it, is not going to happen until Monday. This week has been a pretty boring week. There's only been a few trades. Very few trades really, and there's been pretty much no breakouts on the 1 hour. So yeah, it's been a bit of a boring week, but as I explained in yesterday's analysis, next week I'm going to be switching things up a little bit. Obviously, breakout trading is no longer viable. Breakout trading is something that we implemented when the markets went crazy due to the COVID lockdown. And I was thinking that there was a good chance that those crazy markets that we were seeing here would last. But obviously they haven't lasted, and things have gone back to ranging and to lower volatility. So what that means is I need to switch my trading back to suit this, which is what we've been doing for the past 8 years. So it's not going to be like a big thing to switch back. I always said from the start of this that if it doesn't last, I'd be switching back. So at this point, I just have to be honest with myself and say, it's not lasting. I know we're looking at gold, so let's actually look at a Forex pair because it makes a bit more sense looking at that. What pair would give you a good... Well, pretty much every pair that you look at is going to give you a pretty good idea of what the change is. So we'll just go with EURAUD. You can see towards the start of March or mid-March, things started getting crazy for a while. So at this point, at this point here in this yellow shaded area, it made sense to trade breakouts because the market was moving like crazy. But after that, we've got so from about here on, the market's been moving very differently. So breakout trading doesn't make sense anymore. I was sticking to breakout trading, just thinking that it was a temporary lull in price action and then it would pick up again. But it's clearly not picking up again. It's clear at the moment that this was a temporary thing. Now, this might not be a temporary thing. Sorry, it is a temporary thing, but it might come back later in the year once the potential recession sets in. But right now, what's important is it's not moving that way. So I'm just switching back to what we were doing last year, which is fine. Just going to be doing that from next week on. So what does that mean? That means I won't be trading breakouts. I'll just be trading daily chart, 12-hour chart, 8-hour chart, 6-hour chart, 4-hour chart. Just, your standard reversals, continuations, that kind of stuff. For my smaller time frame trading, I'll be focusing mostly on range trading, 5, 15, and 30-minute charts. So I'll be in the chat room doing that kind of trading instead of breakout trading. So that's what's happening, guys. I won't be doing any analysis on the 1-hour chart today because, like I said, I'm not trading breakouts. So there's literally no point in doing 1-hour chart analysis. Next week, I would expect more small time frame trades in the chat room from me. just because I'll be looking for different kinds of setups that are more in line with how the market's moving. Are there any questions, or shall we wrap this one up? Yeah, it's a quiet week. It's been 2 quiet weeks in a row now, which kind of sucks, going from like the extreme volatility to quiet just so quickly. It was just such a quick change. It kind of sucks. But quiet doesn't mean like we're not taking trades. There's still been setups. Just means it's a bit boring. It's a bit boring when compared to the weeks before that, where things were going crazy. I've had a lot of traders say to me this week that they're loving that it's gone back to quiet because it was too stressful. I think Bridget said that also today. Yesterday in the analysis session. I can't remember who else. I think 2 people said it in the analysis. It was Bridget and someone else. I don't know if Bridget's here today. But then there's also other people who have said the complete opposite. They're like, oh my God, the volatility has just dropped back down. I'm so sad. So there's like a whole wide range of reactions to this, to the volatility going back down. A lot of people are happy, but a lot of people are not happy. So whatever. It is what it is. That's always my attitude with things. It just is what it is. You just got to deal with whatever the markets and whatever life throws at you, don't you? I try not to get too annoyed by things. Like this bar thing. Try not to get too annoyed by them just changing it all of a sudden and removing the floating bar. But I do kind of like this. It's cool because it keeps the stuff over here. Whereas the floating bar, you could easily get it lost. Like sometimes, for example, the floating bar would be here and I have the chat on top of it. And I'm like, where's the floating bar? I can't find it. And then I have to move the chat. I have to bring the floating bar here, blah, blah, blah. But now it's always in one place here. And it just hides all the tools that I never use. Like this, I never use whatever the hell this is. So it's kind of nice to have all the unnecessary tools hidden and just the ones that I actually use. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. I guess it also depends on what people are doing. You do? Well, what the hell then? Maybe they roll out the changes, but I don't mind, honestly. I kind of like it, so I'm going to keep it like this. But maybe they roll out the changes. I would rather have this theme, this dark theme, but oh no. Oh no. What are you doing? Why would they do that? Please don't have saved. Oh no. I need to fix all of this now. That's annoying. How do I do the candles again? I can't remember. there was another way to do this. There was an easier way. I think it's hollow candles, isn't it? Yeah, hollow candles, that's the one. All right. Wait, why? All right. There we go. Fixed it. I like having that black theme, but my charts are so, like the black background theme. I prefer that, to be honest. But people are so used to seeing my charts like this now that when I put up an image that's different to this, people say, "What are you doing, Nick? Like, what's up with your charts? Are these your charts? Are these someone else's charts?" So I'm kind of like stuck having this theme forever. I just can't change it because of the videos and because of the images I put up of my charts when I share my trades. It would just confuse people too much. I tried it once. It was just confusion, so I'm stuck with this theme forever. But anyway, I'm just talking nonsense here, so it doesn't really you don't really need to stay here. You don't need to listen. I'm just going to wrap this webinar up, guys. So thank you very much for attending. I'll see you guys for Tuesday's webinar. Remember, Tuesday we are going to be switching back to the 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. time for webinars. Because the breakout trading stuff is no longer happening, we're switching back to doing our normal webinar time. The 1 p.m. webinar time was more suited to breakout trading, but if we're doing just the normal style of trading, we want to do our analysis at the start of the London session because it just makes more sense. So thank you guys very much for attending. I'll see you on Tuesday at 10 a.m. But of course, to all you members, I'm going to see you on the forum and the chat room before then. So thank you very much, guys. And I'll see you later.